the Double Masters 2 restocks have been interesting. Let's have a chat. Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name's Louie. I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. And a Dominaria United pre-release was just this weekend. We have the full release gearing up on Friday. But I wanted to have a conversation about the Double Masters restocks that are happening at the distribution level, because things are a little different and a little bit more interesting than I think normally happens. I wanted to talk about some of the takeaways from it and some of the things that I am doing personally in my collection as a result of what I'm seeing at the distribution level. So first off, let's talk about the history of Double Masters and where the prices started. Double Masters draft boxes opened at like $365 to $370, and they've dropped down to about $320 a box. And meanwhile, collector's boxes peaked at around $330 and are now sitting about $290. And that's a pretty even percentage loss across the board. It's about a 16 to 17%, I think, if my math's right, percentage loss across the board, which means that the overall dynamic of Double Masters has been congruent. It's worked together. But the restocks, at least for me as a store and the stores that I've talked to, and I'm a relatively small store, but I've also talked to bigger stores, and the restocks have not been congruent. The restocks have been very, very heavy towards the collector box side. If to put it in perspective for you, on a typical week from one of my distributors, I'm able to get between 8 and 16 collector boxes. This is between 1 and 2 cases, depending on what else I order and that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, for draft boxes, I'm only able to get between 1 and 2 boxes of the draft. And if you look at the market, these collector boxes are being absorbed and keeping the same percentage loss as the draft boxes. So a lot of the market, a lot of the purchasing is happening on these collector boxes. And it's helping and keep that price up because the demand is so high for the collector boxes. So what does this mean as a consumer, as somebody who purchases cards, not just as a store owner? Well, in my opinion, it means that I would be worried about a restock on the draft boxes. Collector box supply seems to be pretty large at the distribution level. They're still giving boxes, they're still moving through them. Meanwhile, the draft boxes are so hard to get. And honestly, now they're doing the sleeved booster packs for draft boxes and the Omega packs. If you're not familiar with the Omega pack, it's basically what they sell at Walmart. They just gave it a different name at the distribution level. So in my opinion, I believe that draft booster boxes are going to get another restock. And that those will come out to the market. Meanwhile, while that's happening, I think collector boxes will dry up, which is going to cause the collector boxes to increase as a result of that demand just being super high for those collector boxes. Like I said, lately, it's been mostly Omega packs, although you still can get the collector boxes, but the draft sleeved boosters and not the draft boxes, I can't even really get, like maybe one, but a lot of times they just give me the sleeved boosters instead. And because of these Omega boxes, the price of singles has been coming down. In my opinion, it's because of these Omega boxes, because as a store, it's a lot more difficult to sell these Omega boxes. They're bigger packaging. There's only one pack in them. It's a bigger risk for you as a consumer. If you buy a draft or a pack of 4, the actual booster box that is the collector booster box, your pulls are a little bit more consistent, whereas the single pack from the Omega, it makes it a little harder to sell for a store. So I know a lot of stores who are getting their Omega packs and they're just opening up their case and listing the singles in order to move the product. And this is causing the singles prices to drop down on Double Masters. So this is what I am doing. This is my my personal, not my store, my personal investment into Double Masters. This is how I am handling that with that kind of knowledge from the distribution side of what I'm able to get. Personally, I am buying all the singles that I need. I think right now is the best opportunity to buy singles for Double Masters. You're seeing a lot of interest on the sealed product go towards Dominaria United, and the singles have been open and they've kind of balanced out. You may still lose a little bit of value, but I don't know that anyone's going to be really mass box opening a bunch of Double Masters and trying to make their money back right now. So a lot of the attention and a lot of the singles have dropped a considerable amount of money, and now they've started to kind of on the uptrend. And I personally like to buy when things have turned and they're starting to move on the uptrend, because it's impossible to time the bottom. So I'm buying all the singles I need. That's just what I'm doing. My decks that I need, you know, I'm picking up the singles, the Dockside Extortionists. I'm picking up, you know, the mana ones I need. Was it Mana Vault in the set? I can't remember exactly, but I'm picking up the cards that I need for singles. Then I'm slowly, and this is important, slowly accumulating collector boxes that I want. So I think I'm going to target between 18 and 30 collector boxes for my personal collection. But I don't want to just like go all in, because right now you could still see, we don't know what is at distribution. So you could still see more come in. And with that with that Dominaria United having so much excitement and hype coming up, you're going to see a lot of attention move that way, and it may cause the Double Masters collector boxes to drop a little bit more. So I'm just slowly accumulating, slowly picking them up. I still believe that these should be $400 boxes. If you look at the first Double Masters, those VIP packs sold very, very well between the $85 and $100 price point. And these are basically, each individual pack is basically one of those VIP packs. It's essentially the same thing. So you essentially have 4 VIP packs in one box. I really think the right price for these should be about $400. I think it'll hit that $400 price point, and then it'll slowly accumulate from there. But until that $400 price point, I think it's a pretty good time to buy them. And then I'm only sitting on personally like 2 draft boxes. The rest I'm comfortable like letting go of and selling or doing whatever, because I do believe that this product needs to be. I don't think Wizards is just going to leave all the money on the table. I think that they're going to want to put more boxes in the hands of distribution, and draft boxes seem to be what they haven't had a lot of, and also it just seems to be the way that they do things. They don't, in my opinion, they don't love reprinting collector boxes. They may have like Kamigawa. They got a big restock of Kamigawa at distribution a couple months ago, so they may have reprinted that. But anyway, I just think draft boxes have a better potential to be reprinted or be restocked at distribution level. So, last thing, this might be the best Magic the Gathering set ever. I think it's going to be really, really difficult for them to one-up Double Masters 2022. And I probably would have set this for regular Double Masters, but this set has so much value baked in, and it came off the back of Commander Legends that had so little value baked in. I just don't think that they can make that same mistake again. I don't think that they can do a set that is this chock full of reprints and important cards, because I don't think they want to. I don't think they can. I don't think they can limit something to have nothing in one set and then put all their eggs in one basket again. It just didn't really work for that first main set of the Baldur's Gate. So I think that this is one of the best sets of Magic ever printed. And that's why personally I want to have a considerable collection of this long term, because man, it's good. It's really, really good. So I've been picking some up. I've been wanting to have some to save on, but I do think that there's plenty of time. Anyway, let me know what you think about Double Masters 2022. Hope you have yourself a fantastic day. Remember to be kind to the people around you. We'll see you again next video.